When you see and hear the personal experiences that have come about because of Rachel's Challenge, and to know that you have participated and had a very small part in helping to see that chain reaction continue, it does your heart good and brings a lot of emotions to you, a lot of joy and a lot of happiness in knowing that a tragedy that happened just about 10 years ago was not truly just a tragedy, that she did not die in vain, and Rachel Scott's family has carried her message forward.
My daughter, Rachel Scott, was the first student to be killed in the Columbine tragedy back in 1999. And a short time before she died, she drew a picture of her hands on the back of her dresser, and she wrote one of her goals. She said, "These hands belong to Rachel Joy Scott and will someday touch millions of people's hearts."
Once they started telling us the story about what happened at Columbine, and they told us what happened to Rachel, and showed all the lives that she impacted, all the things that she did for others, it really touched me, and I really think that because of that, it's made me a better person.
Our program has spoken to over 11 million people in schools and community events around the nation. Rachel's Challenge is the largest school assembly program in America today, and we do much more than just inspire students in an assembly. We also train them. We create clubs within the school that do service and community work.
Anybody who has seen Rachel's Challenge cannot watch that program with dry eyes. It makes a monumental impact for a long, long time, and that's the feedback from all across our community. Is thank you, Baldwin EMC, thank you, school system, for bringing something this powerful to our county.
The school district representative, Terry Wilhite, approached us and asked if our Operation Roundup Fund would consider a grant for bringing Rachel's Challenge to the school system. And certainly that does qualify, as education is one of our 6 qualifying categories. And so they did apply, and our foundation board did grant them the money to bring the program to the middle schools and high schools.
Just to see how individuals, not only the students who have heard this, but the individuals of the teachers, anybody on the staff who've heard this program, and they decide to take up that challenge, and it becomes ingrained in them. They take it out into their community, into their world.
Some of her friends.
After viewing Rachel's Challenge, the presentation, one of the things that happened to me, I ran into my office and printed out the challenges and posted them behind my desk. The thing that I got from it and the satisfaction is when I really made the conscious effort to look at a student's face that I knew people probably never spoke to, and made a point to say hello to them, hug them, encourage them, even pull them aside and say, "How you doing? What's going on with you?" And then to have them come back. And we actually had a couple of students that first year I had the privilege to work with that really were going through some very difficult times. We built relationship, and things completely turned around for these students. I had letters from students that I encouraged, used the 5 challenges with, and I had a tragedy in my life this year. And they came back and wrote me letters and used those words that I had given them. So you know they listened, and that is the great reward for me.
We have a prevailing philosophy that when people work together, good things happen. And when we say people working together, we're talking about an entire community. I believe that a great deal of our success has come about because of the support we get from the community. One of our most prominent business partners that helps us integrate into this community is Baldwin EMC. We're very, very thankful to them and grateful for the assistance they give us.
Our board has challenged us with a vision statement. It says that Baldwin EMC will be the leader. That started in our boardroom. That's their vision for Baldwin EMC. Our commitment to the community at Baldwin EMC is an everyday commitment. It doesn't just begin and end with a charitable foundation, for example. It doesn't begin and end with the board. It's a personal commitment by each one of our employees, by our board members, to give back to the community.
You know, I think all electric cooperatives across the nation share in the challenge of involving our youth in cooperative business. But I think Rachel's Challenge has opened a new door for us, and we are reaching youth and associating Baldwin EMC's name with our youth through the Rachel's Challenge program. So I think it's a win-win, and I think it's a way that we attract the youth and also educate them about electric cooperatives.
It makes you look for opportunities to be a better person. It makes you look at yourself and realize, hey, you know what, I'm just an ordinary person, but I could be Rachel Scott. You know, I could do what she did for our school.